If you're getting traffic but not sales, you need to keep watching this. This is your chance to learn how you can use landing pages to convert visitors into customers for your business. Welcome to the Cyberimpact channel. My name is Bruna, and let's talk about landing pages. Landing pages are great tools because they have one specific goal in mind, which is to make the visitors take one specific action. That's it. It can be subscribing to a newsletter, downloading an ebook, making a purchase. That's up to you. The landing page is focused, and sometimes that's all your business needs to start getting more conversion. Now, here's what you need to know about them. There are essentially two types of landing pages. Lead generation pages are designed to capture a visitor's information, like their name, email address, or any other contact info you might need to use. They're perfect for building email lists, for instance, as you might have a subscription form on your page. You can promote an event, or you can offer a lead magnet, an ebook, a webinar, a pre-recorded email, access to some valuable information that the visitor will exchange for their contact info. Now, click-through pages, they share valuable information about a product or a service, warming up the potential customers to take action and make a purchase, book a meeting, book a demo, something that can be achieved with one click. This is more commonly used on e-commerces because it's like having your product page, but way more complete and really focused, like I said, into nudging the visitors into becoming customers. Unlike your homepage, which has many objectives and many things to share, a landing page is about one action. So if you already have landing pages for your business or you're just starting out to make them, here's some tips on how you can optimize them to make sure they are effective landing pages. First, you need to remove the distractions. Remember, it is one clear action. You do not want people to have the option, buy this, but you can sign up here, but you can also go to this event, all in the same landing page. Choose one goal, and this is what the page should be completely about. If it is to invite people to go to an event, everything on the page and every CTA button should be focused on that. Revise your page, clean it up, remove everything that is not driving people towards that one page goal. The next thing is to keep minimal navigation. This means you don't need the same top menu that you have on your website. If you have a big landing page, what you can do is remove the top menu completely and just keep one CTA button on the top. With time, the more you create landing pages, you're going to be learning more about the behavior of your audience in that page, so you can also learn how to optimize it and improve the next ones. The other tip to optimize the pages you already have is to lead people straight to the point. Yes, this is becoming kind of repetitive. I know there's one focus. Let's go straight to the point. Why are you repeating yourself? But this is a very common mistake people make when creating landing pages. They start filling up with a bunch of information with extra things, and it takes too long for people to find where to click. The goal of the landing page is conversion. So you have to make it easy for people to convert, to become customers, to book a demo, to sign up, to make a purchase. Have multiple CTA buttons. Keep it above the fold so people don't have to scroll down to find where they can buy. And think about the journey of your audience when they're seeing the landing page. So I mentioned CTA buttons. Let's talk about that a little bit. Your CTA button or your call to action button is the star of your page. So treat it like a star. Don't make it hard for people to find the CTA, because once they decide to make a purchase, that has to go fast. And that's why you need a good CTA button. Now, you can work with classics like get started, book now, buy now, get yours. Those are all great. Make sure that you're using verbs and action words that make people take action. This is why it's called call to action. These all work and they're great. Use them. But if you want to go one step further, according to Mindstamp, customized CTAs can get up to 42% more conversion than generic ones. Now, that doesn't mean that the generic ones don't work, and sometimes they work better. It really depends on your business and your audience. This is why you have to try it out. That's my tip for you. Try the generic ones for some time, then change for a customized one. Let me show you a real example of this. This is a page that we created to compare our services at Cyberimpact with one of our competitors. Throughout the page, you will see that we use different CTAs, and there are several CTA buttons. Now, the goal of this section where we have a customized CTA button is to show people what can happen if you switch from one of our competitors to Cyberimpact and how that switch can impact you. We're literally saying to people, make the switch to Cyberimpact so they can move from one scenario to the other one. In a few weeks, we'll test out where people click the most, and then we'll learn from it and adjust. Maybe we need to use more customized CTAs. Marketing is testing, studying, and revising. If you want to study that page a little bit more, there's a link in the description where you can see the CTAs that we used and a little bit more about the structure of a landing page. Another big issue that I see people having with landing pages is copywriting, which means the text of your landing page. I'm going to repeat myself in here, but your copy should be clear, concise, and straight to the point. You can see from the example that I just showed you from our in-house landing page, it doesn't mean the landing page has to be 2 blocks or 1 section and that's it. You can have a lot of copy, but it has to be straight to the point. To make a good landing page, think about your audience's needs and wants. Because the most common mistake that I've seen on landing pages out there in general copywriting is that people focus on the features and not the benefits. Most people do not care about features. You're a general consumer, especially in some industries, that's not what you want to hear. Let's use a real example on this. Now, let's say you're going to a B&B. Now, I want to go into your head as a consumer. You're on your phone, you're looking for the rooms, you're looking for a hotel, and then you see 2 options. Think about which one sounds more appealing to you. A room with quality mattress, memory foam, with a 2000 BTU air conditioning system, a comfortable room to relax and cool down after a day at the beach. In which of these rooms can you see yourself? Can you imagine that you're there, that you're enjoying that environment? This is what you want to create for your audience. You want to make sure that they see themselves in that. That's how you create user experience and invite them in. Instead of listing the features, focus on how your product, your service, your business fits into their lives, how it makes it better or more interesting or prettier or nicer. Now, if you're already doing marketing in whatever medium that you do, when someone opens a web page or an email or even social media, having a quality image can make a whole lot of difference on the person's experience with that content. Now, when we're talking about landing pages, it's the same. You need high quality images, but you also don't want them to be too heavy, so that slows down the loading of the page and then the experience is kind of ruined. Nowadays, it's very common for everyone to use stock photos or stock videos, and that's fine. Look for high quality ones that are not too generic. If you have the choice, creating your own content, your videos, your photos, it's always the best option because you have your brands, your colors. You can show your brand personality way better than using stock footage. However, if that's not an option, you can still use stock footage. Just make sure that you choose the right ones for you. That means when you're selecting images that have people in it, choose people that reflect your target audience so you can keep creating that sense that they can see themselves with the product. And yes, you can be picky on this. Find the image that best reflects your brand, because a hero image on your landing page, which means the main image that people see when they go in, it can make or break the conversion of a landing page. Another thing that can deeply impact the conversion of landing pages is testimonials and reviews. You've probably seen this on many web pages. You also have the reviews that people have used the product before. You might have their rating on Google Reviews or Capterra or Software Advice. But when you have landing pages, it's always good to have testimonials and reviews from previous customers or current customers. The reason why it's simple: who buys something without checking the reviews? Nobody wants to look for a product, find it, and then see that the rating is like 2 out of 5. Consumers are relying more and more in the opinion of other people, whether that be friends, strangers on the internet, influencers, and content creators. So having those testimonials and reviews on your landing page can give you that reliability that people are looking for. Maybe they just found your page and they're like, yeah, this sounds interesting, this is cool, but I don't know, is it for me? I'm not sure. And then if they see some reviews and some opinions of other people, maybe they'll connect with something. Maybe they'll see someone saying, oh, I had this big issue and I could never solve it, but then I found this product, it really helped me out. Now it's way better. I'm so thankful for it. And then they connect with that message. It's all about understanding where people are coming from when they're looking for your business and your product, your service. It will give the visitors and potential customers you have a different perspective on your business that you simply cannot give the same way. So find the reviews and testimonials, or ask your clients for some testimonials if you don't have them already, and add them to your landing page. Now, once you've done all of this, remember that your landing page is not set in stone. You can and you should change it from time to time if it's needed. What does it mean if it's needed? So if you see that your landing page is converting, but you like to see if you can do better, try do some A/B testing. Now, the main idea behind behind the A/B testing is that you change one element and then you see how that affects the performance of the page. So let's say that you have a whole page and then you use the CTA get started now. You used it for about 3 months. Now you want to change things up and see if you can get better conversion. You change the CTA to book yours now. It doesn't seem like a big difference, but every little word can count. So same page, the only difference is that one CTA button. You can do this with images, the headline, the CTA, the colors of the page, but remember to keep them within your brand palette. It's very tricky to find what makes people click or not, but do the testing and try it out. Like I've seen companies that have dog related products and then they had one dog appear in the hero image. Now they changed to a different dog and that completely affected their conversion rate. Maybe people found that this dog breed is more relatable. Now you don't have to go that deep into analysis of how your landing page is working, which elements are working or not. First, you need your landing page. So get started on that. Find out who that landing page is for. What are you going to promote on that page? Have that one specific goal. Please do not. I cannot believe you're going to do a landing page after watching this video and it's going to be unfocused. Choose that one goal, that one target audience, and create the page with the tips you learned here. Now, if you want to share your landing page with us, you can leave in the comments below and have a look at it and maybe even give you some tips on how you can optimize it. If you're going to create a lead generation page and you want to start building up your email list, consider using Cyberimpact as your email marketing solution. We have a free plan up to 250 contacts in the description box below. You can find a link to create your free account and book a demo with our team. Thank you for watching this video all the way through the end. This is the Cyberimpact channel. My name is Bruna and I'll see you in the next one. In the meantime, happy emailing.